There is a path through here. First sign of swamp. Man, this azimuth reading is taking me through all of the worst stuff. When you're going through thick stuff and you don't have a lot of visual references to keep adjusting your azimuth reading. Whew. If your GPS on your phone works, it's good to adjust that way too. You know what I mean? It's good to have backups. So you might be asking yourself, why am I doing this? Well, a couple reasons. One, in part one of this video, and you'll find that on my channel or on my website, I did a lower section with Lee, where we kind of got up to where I'm at right now and beat out through that brush. We just did it for the day. And we were talking about how we wanted to come back here and continue all the way up to Lake Mothy and fish the edges of Lake Mothy and just do an overnight in the middle of the swamp. And we were planning that for about a month. And this weekend was the weekend. Lee passed away on Sunday. Surprisingly, like it was not expected. Natural causes. And at his funeral, his family asked me if I was going to do this anyway. And I had thought about it, but I was on the fence about going through the swamp alone. And when they asked me, I said yes, and I felt committed. I felt committed in memory to Lee, his family. Lee's in a lot of my videos. He was my fishing buddy, my battle buddy, my life battle buddy. We had a lot of things in common, and I just feel that I needed to do this in memory of him. Like, he's been with me all week. It's been a real tough week. If I didn't do this weekend, I'd be putting it off maybe to spring, and it just didn't feel right. So here I am, and I'm going to do this. I definitely am not alone. Lee's right here with me. The sunrise this morning, knowing that he shared my love of getting uncomfortable in pursuit of unique fishing spots, getting beyond the bridge. So Lee, this one's to you, man. I miss you, buddy. I miss you a ton. And you're here with me, okay? It's kind of creepy out here. But the point was to come here and get uncomfortable. Share it with Lee, but to come here and get uncomfortable, because you learn things about yourself when you do. And the last time, in part one of this series, we found some largemouth in this creek bed and some pike. So it wasn't all rock bass and creek chubs. So, it's part about trying to find that elusive fish that probably never gets any pressure, and to learn things about myself on this journey. Whoa, that was a pretty big fish right there. That was definitely a bass. Kind of scared me. Like right in there. They're in here. Some creature laid a nice little scat right on this log, right where I would put my butt to slide across. Little gift for me, and over my waist in water. It's pretty nasty. But we know there's fish in here. Seen them surface, so we'll keep at it. I mean, this is bad. This is not good. I'm like almost to my crotch in muck. Dude, stuck. People pay for these mud bass, right? Wow, that was tough. That was tough, 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 tough. That was a mud hole. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice largemouth. Finally, only a couple hours in. You know, for a creek, that's decent. So if you look, see all that grass underneath those twigs? I mean, it's not wide open. Sitting in there underneath all that grass. Came up to strike it. That section was getting pretty nasty. I really didn't want to get into a muck situation again. So I am going to put these pants on because I'm going to go overland for a while in the sticks and this grass that has like, some of this grass, it just has like razor's edge on the stems and it's just tearing up my legs. The creek ducks out to the east more. It gets real windy. From my map scout, it gets shallow, but based off of what I've been experiencing, those are the muckiest, most dangerous parts. So I'm gonna bug out and I'm gonna take an azimuth reading on the map and I'm gonna head out almost due north. It's about 2 o'clock. Been out here since 8:30. So I'm gonna kind of head to where I want to get. Plus, I think it's about ready to rain. So it's probably smart for me to get out of the water. Face high grass with a clumpy bottom isn't any easier than chest deep mucky water, but it's probably less dangerous. And the biggest risk I have out here is doing my ankles in, which I've done before. That's pretty interesting. That burrow, that little den, fox or something. Nice and cozy. All matted down inside. Looks empty right now, but pretty cool. I keep pushing off of my line because it just gets too nasty in there. Last thing I want to do is break an ankle or sprain an ankle in here and then have to be crawling out of here, if not assisted out, depending on how bad it is. So I'm gonna head to the Ice Age Trail, which is to the east, not too far, I hope. From what I can tell, it's not that far. And then I'm gonna reassess, but the creek was beating me from the depth and the muck. I was starting to get concerned. And this area is beating me. I really don't want to be beaten. It's important that I do this right, though. You know, and I've come here to get uncomfortable and learn something about myself. And you know, maybe the thing I'm learning is I know when to say enough, you know. Caught, you know, I had a bunch of strikes. I caught that one beautiful fish. I explored some area. But like I almost feel like I have to do a complete come around from the top to hit the area I want to hit tomorrow. And that's almost not even worth it, because I'd have to hike all the way down in there and fish up. And I'm not a big fan of doing that. I like to fish. I don't like to traipse over what I want to fish, you know. So I don't know. I'm gonna find the Ice Age Trail over here to the east, and then I'm gonna reassess. I'm in ankle deep water in this tall grass, but if you see those evergreens up there, I seem to be on a ridge line, higher ground. Trees that grow like that, usually on the edge of the water. So, and that's east. My guess is the Ice Age Trail is right in the middle of that tree line. That's where it seems to be on the map. So that's where I'm headed. I'm just really hoping I don't find like a quicksand type situation, like a mucky muck situation that I can't get out of. I don't know, that the water had some moments that made me feel unsafe. This is just kicking my ass. Straight up. Like, this is getting harder and harder to oh no. Well, trying to avoid all that water and just keep getting, kept getting pushed south or southeast. I'm way off my line. This isn't where the Ice Age Trail is. It's up there on that ridge line. So I've got to head that way now. So this isn't the Ice Age Trail. It's like an ATV track. It's going generally the right direction. It's paralleling the Ice Age Trail. My guess is it's going to probably come back. I'm hoping. And connect with it so I don't have to walk through all that crap. I think this is the Ice Age Trail. Yep, Mothy Lake Rec area. Going in the right direction. So that ATV track did reach the Ice Age Trail. I'm safely back at my car, and if Lee was with me, he would have come to the same conclusion. I mean, maybe if we were working together, I wouldn't have found myself in so many compromising positions. But after all the times I got stuck or felt even like I was sinking into the muck and didn't get stuck, and then I went and left the river and tried to get around that one section, which was always a plan B, to get up to the section I wanted to do tomorrow, the swampy part, the woods, just kept pushing me southeast towards the ridge line. By the time I got to the Ice Age Trail, I'd had so many close calls with my ankles, getting stuck again in the middle of that field, having to crawl out. I had to hike a mile up the Ice Age Trail, and I could head right over here to Lake Mothy. It's just a quarter of a mile away, and go down to where I want to be tomorrow. But I am so whooped. I think it's safe to just go home, and I think Lee would have come to the same conclusion. I don't regret going in and doing it by myself anyway, trying. And I know Lee was with me. We would have made some hard decisions together. Probably would have had the same outcome. The section we did together had some real nasty stuff, but nothing like what I went through today. The goal is to get uncomfortable, learn something about yourself, and I did. Catch some fish. I did. Not a lot, but wasn't skunked. Yeah, I don't like tapping out, but sometimes you just have to. Sometimes it's the smartest thing.